and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we are going to be reading historical fiction for the day, so here's my little stack. So out of it, so we have the Library of Auschwitz, we have Uprising, and we have I Must Betray You, which looks pretty interesting. So, the first book on my list today is The Librarian of Auschwitz. It's been on my TBR for quite some time. About 400 pages. I've heard it's really good, so yeah, I'll be back when I finish it. About halfway through currently, we're doing pretty good. It's very good so far, I enjoy it. I have finished The Library of Auschwitz. I'm going to rank this one 4.5 stars. My more in-depth review and ranking will be at the end of the video along with the other two. Overall, I thought it was a very, very good read. My next book is I Must Betray You, which is a Romanian, historical fiction during the time of the Soviet Union and the uprisings. So it's pretty interesting. I've never read a Romanian historical fiction before, so this should be pretty good. So yeah, I'll see you about halfway. I'm about halfway through the book, and I'm enjoying this very much. If you like historical fiction, I think you should definitely read it. But yeah, so this last half should be a breeze. I have finished I Must Betray You. I really enjoyed this book. I gave it 5 stars. It was very good. I will go on more about it in review. So definitely go read this book if you enjoy historical fiction. The last book of the day is Uprising. I know it's more of a middle school type book, however I enjoy all books by her, so it should be very good. And to take place in Poland during World War II, so, not many about that, So, it's about 350, I'll see you about halfway. I am halfway through Uprising. It's going pretty well so far. It's not my favorite out of her books, but it's going pretty well, so see you back when I finish it. Alright, I have finished Uprising. I didn't hate this book, but it definitely wasn't my favorite by her. It's probably my least favorite by her, so for that reason I gave it 3.5 stars. I'm gonna go more in depth in the review, but yeah, so. Alright, and now we have our ranking. So, at the bottom is Uprising. Gave it 3.5 stars. Have some gripes on how it was written and some of the characters were portrayed, but I'll get to the in-depth in that in a moment. And second is The Librarian of Auschwitz. I actually really enjoyed this book. There were just a few things that I was like, as like artistic liberty, because both of those were based off true stories. So yeah. And then on top is I Must Betray You, which I gave 5 stars because it was a very good book. And I very much enjoyed the writing style and everything. So, yeah. Just as a quick reminder for all the reviews coming soon, there will be major and minor spoilers for all 3 books, so keep that in mind. You can always skip ahead if you want to. Alright. Let's talk about Uprising. I like books written by her. I enjoy them. They're normally pretty good. This one definitely fell shorter. It was a good story in the sense that I feel like the author did a pretty decent job of telling a tale, but it just felt too juvenile. And that's the problems I have with some of these books is I realize they're told from a younger person's perspective, however, they do not mature in their writing, so they go from 12 to 16, but they still think and talk like a 12-year-old. Besides reading and the writing style gripe, there was no map. No map at all. I don't know Warsaw, and I'm pretty sure nobody knows what Warsaw looks like in the 1940s. I would like a map. I know it's a little, like, oh, you want a map? Oh, you want a map? But, like, I know that sounds a little bratty of me, but, like, I would like a map. If you're going to be referencing all these points, places, and streets, and blocks, I would like a map to know what's happening, because otherwise it just flies over my head. And lastly, it's just how some of the characters were, like, some of the dialogue, some of the, I don't know how to explain it. For instance, okay, spoiler head, mother hates daughter because she had a daughter that died and felt like getting too close to another daughter would lead to more pain. Makes no sense in my mind. Why would that be the reason for the mother hating her child? That's... I don't understand. That's a bad plot point. And also, some of the deaths, they're just like, oh yeah, this person who you've read about for the past 200 pages is dead. I cried a lot. How apathetic are you in your description? If this person really meant a whole lot to you, then why aren't you conveying that in your writing? I know I'm complaining and griping a lot, but I just feel disappointed because I normally enjoy her books. I read another one by her just this month and it was so much better. It's just this one that isn't that good. Anyways, we're gonna go on to the next one. Okay, Librarian Auschwitz. This is also based on a true story. I feel like the author did a pretty decent job of doing that. However, there are a few gripes. Again, the writing, so there's not really a middle ground of writing when it comes to historical fiction. I feel it is children's in middle school, and so we have a child telling the whole story, even though they are, like, in their late teens, or this is a teenager, and they're told through an adult. It's like, oh yes, this child totally talks like this. And maybe it's the time period, maybe it's a purely writing choice, I don't know. But it does bother me. It bothers me a lot because then it takes me out the immersion. It takes no child and teenager that I've met does this. And it annoys me. And it takes me out the experience. It takes me out the immersion of the book, which is the whole point. I did like the message. I did like it a lot. The character relationships, everything was pretty good, except for the writing style and the other thing. For having a main character of this book, there really wasn't a main character. The main character was not focused on. The main character felt like a side character. Like, there were POVs from other people, there's stuff about other people. I don't want to know about other people. I want to know about the main character, because that's what I came here for. Like, you don't go to Disney World to learn about Ariel. You go to Disney World to learn about Mickey. Like, it was off-putting. However, I did break it. I know I'm griping on it a lot, but it was a very good book, and I think if you enjoy historical fiction, you should definitely give it a read. Alright, lastly is I Must Betray You. This book has everything I enjoy, and plus it introduced me to a whole new genre of historical fiction. I've never read a Romanian historical fiction. You like Polish and French and British and German, but never Romanian. And I enjoyed this so much. Like, there are so many missed things, especially during the communist era of the Soviet Union. There were so many missed opportunities. This book was so good. I enjoyed it so much. The characters, relationships, the plot twist. They were all so good. And it's just, for being like, not even 400 pages, this thing took me a couple hours to read. It was good. Like, I love this book. And it's one of my new favorites. And also, I know I was griping about writing style. This book did it perfectly. Character was in their teens, later teens, felt like a teenager, you know? There was a level of maturity, but not too mature. And the relationships and dealing with love, but also friendship, but also feeling that you can't trust anybody, it was done so well. And I'm one to figure out plot twists, but I didn't expect the plot twist in this. And it was so good. And I feel it's such an underrated category, because when you think historical fiction, you think like World War II or World War I even. But this tackled communist-era Soviet Union, and I enjoyed it much more than reading about a World War II book. And I love this book. So, definitely give it. I also have this offer with other books, so I'm definitely gonna go check her out. But definitely, you should read it. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, maybe give me a follow, you know? Just a thought. Anyways, hope you enjoyed my lovely reviews and ranting about my books, and as always, keep reading. Bye-bye!